Trump says $2.8 trillion demand, a prelude to start war with Canada. Why Trump's tariff rhetoric and now demand of $2.8 trillion and Canada's response matters. President Donald Trump has repeatedly criticized Canada's economic relationship with the United States, using strong language to argue that the US has subsidized Canada and should be compensated. These statements have included large numbers and broad claims about historical benefits, but they are political speech, not official financial claims under international law or trade agreements. Economists note that a trade deficit where one country imports more than it exports is not the same as a subsidy or a debt. A deficit reflects economic flows, not money owed. Previous analysis of similar claims found that while defense spending and economic cooperation have been shared, the figures cited by political commentators do not hold up under independent review. For in public negotiations, Trump has tied US trade actions such as tariffs on steel, aluminum, automobiles, and other Canadian goods to broader demands for concessions on trade terms and economic policy. These tariff actions and the rhetoric around them have put pressure on Canada's government and industries. Canada responded by defending its position, pointing to the long history of mutually beneficial trade and legal frameworks like the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement. Prime Minister Mark Carney and his trade team have worked to push back against these pressures. They argue that Canada does not owe the United States money, that tariffs harm both economies, and that shared economic growth has benefited both nations. Carney has made it clear that Canada will not accept demands framed as financial penalties, advocating instead for constructive negotiation based on existing treaties and economic realities. Sixth, this exchange matters because it highlights how political rhetoric can influence public perception of trade relations. It also shows the challenges of managing one of the largest bilateral economic relationships in the world, a relationship rooted in legal agreements but often discussed in the language of negotiation and pressure.